Hello, today is another hooks and needles unboxing, revealing, and reviewing. Now this hooks and needle is the Hooks and Needles by Annie's. So I do the Annie's Moroccan tile Afghan that I'm currently reviewing, and that's a monthly subscription. But also I do, for those of you who don't know, I do the Annie's standard subscription kit every month. And this one's called Hooks and Needles because it's designed to accommodate both crocheters and knitters. Hi, my name is Sig, and this is Essential Crochet, and you are always welcomed here. I encourage you to subscribe if you haven't already done that. Please hit the like button, and know that you are always welcome to leave a comment. So with all that said, let's just go ahead and get started. So this is the kit I received this month. It's called Ticking Stripe Kitchen Set. It includes enough materials to make 2 dishcloths and a dish towel. Now, this is the crocheted version. This is what the crochet version will look like. And with the Annie's hook and needle kit, you get instructions for both. So if you crochet, you can do the crochet pattern. If you knit, and I'll show you what that looks like here in just a moment, you can do the pattern they give you for knitting, or if you do both, you can decide which pattern you like best. For those of you who knit, this is what your pattern for your dishcloth and towel will look like. But because I crochet, and this is a crochet channel, I will just focus on the crochet aspect of this. Since this kit is basically short and sweet, we're going to move right on through it. So they tell us right here that the skill level for this kit is going to be a beginner or an advanced beginner or ambitious beginner level. They tell us that we've been given medium weight yarn, cotton, approximately 200 yards. 2 skeins are going to be cream and 1 skein is going to be navy. The things that I will need for this is going to be an eye hook or a size 9, or if I were doing metrics, it would be a 5.5 millimeter hook. Also, I need a tapestry needle. I mean, that's about it, and that makes it very simple. So now this is the yarn they give me. It's 100% cotton. Each skein is going to be 4 ounces, and for your 4 ounces, you're going to get 200 yards. So there's going to be a total of 600 yards of yarn that you're being given in total. I don't see too much more information other than they let you know you can wash this on cool and gentle. Tumble dry on gentle on low heat. Do not bleach, do not iron. This is really kind of a nice soft white. It's not terribly bright. So you can almost call it a very light creamy or maybe even antique-y white. So that's, I like this color white. It's not too bright. So I'm okay with that. And then this navy color. It's just your true basic, straightforward navy color that actually looks really nice next to this cream color. So I'm not unhappy about that either. And then of course I've got my size eye hook. And I will get my tapestry needle when I need it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go work these up. And when I come back, I'll show you what it looks like. And then I will tell you my thoughts, my opinions, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, and then see if there's any surprises. So I finished the 2 dishcloths and the towel that were part of the pattern. And these moved along at a nice happy clip. If you're just a newbie beginner, you might find the decrease that happens pretty regularly, you know, because the stitch is basically a double crochet decrease stitch. You might find that slightly tricky at first, but with a little research, a look up to videos that show you exactly how to do that, you're going to find that this is a nice smooth 2-row repeat. And you get a pretty decent washcloth or dishcloth or, you know, whatever type of utility cloth you would like to use this for. Now, your cotton yarn is just your basic low end value kind of cotton washcloth yarn or dishcloth yarn. It's nothing to get terribly excited about, but it does what it's supposed to do beautifully, and that's just make a very utilitarian kind of dishcloth or towel, something that you're actually going to use in the house. So these turned out, they're pretty attractive, and they certainly gave us plenty of yarn in order to complete the dish towel and the dishcloths. And the dish towel's decent size, the dishcloths are decent size. I don't have any complaints about them. They worked up really well. They worked up really easily. They look decent. They're going to do what their job is. Now for dishcloths, a 4-weight yarn, I always have found to be just a little on the thick side for my taste. However, this stitch is really quite open enough that I think it'll be okay. It'll be fine for my purposes. Now, I know plenty of people who really like a thick cotton yarn to make their dishcloths with, and that's fine. Now, in terms of the dish towel, a nice thick cotton is perfect. It will absorb a lot of moisture, and that's what we want. So now, because I had plenty of yarn left over, because quite frankly, we had approximately 12 ounces of yarn. So, you know, 8 ounces of white and 4 ounces of blue. So I had yarn left over. I had approximately 49 grams of the blue left over and 79 grams of the white left over after making the one towel and the 2 dishcloths. So the dishcloths, they took approximately 36 grams, give or take, to make each dishcloth. And then the dish towel required 116 grams to make. So that really left me with about 128 grams of yarn left. So I had 49 grams of blue and 79 grams of white left. So I decided I would make a towel, another towel, but I couldn't do a reverse of the towel that I had already made because I just didn't have enough blue to do that with. So I couldn't make a matching towel for this dishcloth, which is fine. So what I did do was I just altered the pattern a little bit so that I could utilize the yarn that I had without any issues. And I went ahead and I made this towel. So you can see where I utilized less blue and more of the white. And so the colors are the same. It still matches. It's still perfectly functional, and it's still the same stitch design. I just put the actual colorway design. I just made that a little differently. So after all that was done, I still had about 25 grams of yarn left. So what I did was I broke into my cotton stash. So I have a stash of scrap yarn, of cotton yarn, and I found a very good match. So I had just about 10, 12 grams of a white that matched very closely to what I was using for this project. And I added that to my white that I had left over, to my 25 grams. So that gave me about 37, 38 grams of yarn total. And I just went ahead and I made another, let's get you into the right side. I made another dishcloth to match the dish towel that I had made, and it was a pretty good match. So now I pretty much used up all the yarn I had, except I supplemented it with, about, like I said, 12 grams of another closely matched white that I had to, in order to use up all the yarn and use up a little bit of my scrap. So with that said, with that little added supplement of yarn, I was able to make myself 3 dishcloths and 2 towels. So all in all, this was a good project. They gave you plenty of yarn so that you could make, if you cared to, like I did, you could make some additional cloths and towels, or it just left you with plenty of yarn in case you made a mistake and you needed to scrap part of the project and start over with. All in all, I say that this was a good kit. I'm a fan of a kit that not only gives you a stitch that's enjoyable, it looks decent. It was a solid, ambitious, or advanced beginner stitch and project, just what it said it was. Even if you were a beginner, and as soon as you figured out how to do this stitch, you're going to be fine. It's not difficult. It moved real smoothly. I'm happy with the end product. This is something I can actually use. And so I always like a project that gives me an end product of something that I can actually use, or something that I can gift to somebody and they're going to be happy with it. Something that's genuinely going to work for them, not some janky project that, that I do because, I got the project, so I'm going to do it. But at the end of the day, I'm not really thrilled with it, and I don't know anyone else who's going to be really thrilled with it. And so at the end of all this, I'm just going to say I think this was a hit. I am really pretty happy with how this kit turned out with the yarn that was given to me. I mean, the amount of yarn that was given to me. I don't particularly care for the yarn itself if I were making, let's say, a garment or some other project. But for a dish towel, I think it was perfect choice. For a cloth that is going to be more of a utilitarian used item, I think the yarn was a perfect choice. If I wanted to use it on anything else, no, I would not want to use the yarn on anything else. But that's okay, because the yarn was given to us for dish towels and dish cloths, and it was a good choice. All right. So I just want to thank you again for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay creative, stay amazing, and also, just stay safe out there. The world's kind of a nutty place right now, and I just want to make sure that all of you just try to stay safe. And we will see you soon. Bye-bye now.